Watch any of the boxing last night?
No, I didn't watch any of it last night, G Lane. I watched some of it this morning via social media, but that was about it. And I did hear the result. Did you watch it?
Same as you. I watched the social media clip of the judges reading, or the MC reading out the scores.
Yeah.
But apparently it was close, but Paul Gallen got adjudged the winner 2-1 on the card. One judge had the fight 77-74 to Gallen. Other one had the fight 77-74 to Williams. And it came down to the last judge who gave it 76-75 to Gallen.
Is this a bit of a humiliator for Sonny Bill?
Well, apparently he got deducted a point in the 7th round for being Muslim. So
is that, I'm just having a look here, is that officially on the scorecard?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
That feels problematic. But
I don't think that's what it said, but that was the vibe.
That was the vibe? Okay, so that was a 5th round point deduction.
So he hasn't given any media at all. He walked straight off the ring and fucked off, said, no, I'm talking anyway.
Did Paul Gallen give it the full?
Yeah, he gave. No, he didn't. He was all right. Classic kind of boxing. It's all show at the start, and then he goes, we're good to go have a cup of coffee and break some bread.
Yeah.
Break the bread.
I really respect what Sonny's achieved over the last 20 years.
Also, is that another dig at his religion as well? Because breaking bread is a very Christian thing to do.
Oh.
Communion and stuff.
Did he actually say that word for word?
Yeah.
Well, religion playing a big part of this.
Mainly with us. But good news. That fight was a bit of a beat up anyway. But,
I think it was a turgid old bitch as well.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a couple of comments saying, I don't really know my boxing that well, but people seem to think it wasn't really that exciting. Who would have thought? Most
people were there to watch David Nyika.
Yes.
Who fought in the undercard. And he's back on track.
That's right.
He's a great New Zealander, David Nyika. Not only is he dangerously good looking, but he's actually a really good rooster.
Yeah, really nice guy. And it's funny you say rooster because he loves his chickens.
He does love his chickens. He loves mowing lawns too.
To the point where I'm a little bit too worried about how chicken focused he is.
Do you think, well, you could look at a kind of a Napoleon Dynamite type chicken focus.
Yeah.
Do the chickens have large talons?
This is what he might turn into, though.
That's true. And that scene where that guy just sculls 12 egg yolks. Have you seen that on? Have you watched Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah. My parents showed me it too young.
Did they?
Yeah. A very quiet movie when you watch it when you're about 11.
Yeah.
You go, are we missing dialogue?
Your mom goes to college.
And then about 4 or 5 seconds of silence.
So many one-liners in that.
Yeah, it's really good.
So Uncle Rico is one of the great characters.
And then I came back to it when I was 19 and was like, holy shit, this has actually got something.
Give Tanner some food.
So a bit of a PSA, don't show your kids Napoleon Dynamite too young.
What do you say is young?
I watched it when I was about 11, 12, I think.
Okay.
I couldn't quite keep, I wasn't able to see the humour in it. But anyway, we seem to have got distracted.
Yeah.
Apparently, the opposition of David Nyika didn't come out in the 6th round after a 5th round. Yeah, at the end of the 5th round.
So he threw his talon?
Apparently.
Talon.
And then apparently there was some form of name check of Jake Paul. Jesus, this is the world we're living in now. As people are calling out Jake Paul post fights.
Who called him out?
I don't know. I'm just summarising a stuff article.
David Nyika wouldn't. David Nyika would be
No, he's above that. But last night he said he was now a true contender for any of the major world belts. He told Stuff on the eve of the fight that he would love to fight MMA superstar Israel Adesanya as part of that campaign. Am I reading the... What the hell?
Yeah. That's right. Because David Nyika, he helped Israel Adesanya. He used to spar with him.
Nyika was emotional afterwards, saying he had worn the same unwashed fight trunks from that bout for this one as a reminder of that defeat. Oh, so he was that's weird. So he was wearing the same trunks as the fight that he lost.
Did he wash them?
You Scottie fuck.
Just to remind him, just so the smell of the loss could waft up into his nostrils.
What would they smell like? Just deep heat.
Ooh, yeah.
I love the smell of that deep heat. When we were down in Dunners recently and we did that export beer drop to the Dunedin Pirates.
Yeah.
And we walked into that changing shed and you could just smell liniment and bananas. I haven't smelled a smell like that in some time, and that was my happy place. If I could buy that as a cologne, an air freshener, and just a general kind of Glade spray for the house.
I think you'd be a single man if you used that as a cologne.
Do you know, actually, the way that I'm going at the moment, mate, I'm not far away, so fuck it.
Excellent. Okay, well, let's get into this Thursday's edition of The Agenda, live from the Export Beer Garden Studios. It's The Agenda for Thursday, the 17th of July.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Black Caps played overnight, smashy, in their Tri-Nations, what do you call it? series.
What do you call it, G Lane?
It's a three-way with Zimbabwe and South Africa in Zimbabwe. And we won.
We did win.
So Rob Walter, he started as he's 100%.
Yeah.
He's 1 from 1. We got 173 for 5 in our 20 overs, and big innings from Tim Robinson, 75 not out.
Good.
And Bevan Jacobs on debut, 44 not out. Resurrected the innings down the bottom there, Bevan Jacobs. So
where's he on being called BJ? Is he okay with that?
Yeah, well, I don't know why he shouldn't call BJ. I mean, there used to be a lot of BJs growing up. I had a friend at primary school called BJ.
Yeah.
And obviously at primary school I didn't know what a BJ was until later.
Were his initials BJ?
No, his first his first name was like Ben. It was Ben Johnson something or other.
Oh, okay.
So it was BJ last name.
But again, he got
like BJ Watling.
Yeah, okay. And was he a Bevan Jacobs as well?
Don't think so.
No, what was he?
I don't know.
I
don't know. I can't remember.
Okay, anyway.
It was a long time ago.
Keep going through. Keep working your way through the score sheet.
Anyway, South Africa bowled out for 152.
Yep.
The number 1 ranked T20 bowler in the world right now, Jacob Duffy. The Duff man got 3 for 20. And the lovely Mr. Darcy, 3 for 34. Okay, great. A win's a win.
A win is a win.
You know, you've got to beat the team in front of you.
Yes.
Let me read out the South African team for you. Because they've done what any team would do in Zimbabwe and send just whoever wants to go.
Yep.
Luan de Pretorius opened the batting with Reza Hendricks.
Yeah, sweet.
First drop, Ruben Herman. And then at number 4 is Sunaran Muthasamy. And the only one I know at 5 is Rassie van der Dusen. He's the guy who looks like the alien.
Yep.
De Volt Brevis, heard of him? Corbin Bosch. Gerald Coetzee. Kwana Mamkaka. And Ngidi. So Ngidi,
I know Ngidi, yeah.
Ngidi and van der Dusen are the only ones that I recognise in that entire team. And funny enough, we humped them, which was good, because obviously we haven't got our full-strength team yet either, because you've got Bracewell, Ravishing, Rick Ravindra, and Phillips still en route.
Yes.
For the rest of that series.
All due respect to the South African outfit, and I understand that they got 150 on the board, so they're not useless, but they're clearly not that great. Are we sure those names aren't made up? Because they sound a lot like the type of names I'd come up with if someone said, hey, could you make up some names for a South African first 11?
Yeah, especially Coetzee is Map Haka is the number 10. He was the bowler. He got
How are you spelling that?
Maphaka. Maphaka.
Okay.
Very close to motherfucker.
I think it is motherfucker.
Is it motherfucker?
Yeah, BYC did a podcast yesterday.
It's motherfucker.
And Cleaver said, motherfucker.
God damn motherfucker.
It's a motherfucker.
God damn motherfucker. Well, he didn't have a great day with the bat, out for a golden duck.
Oh, motherfucker.
Caught sat in a bold Duffy for the motherfucker. God damn motherfucker. Mutha Sammy. Yeah. I mean, look, Luan de Pretorius, he got 27 off 17 balls. I mean, not bad. He's not bad. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. We won the first game. Well done.
It was a bit of
everyone involved.
It was a bit of a lose-lose. Who's our new coach? I keep forgetting his name.
Rob Walter.
Rob Walter, because it's such a old name.
Well, look, I always remember it because Robert Walters is one of the world's biggest recruitment agencies.
Ah, that's a good way to remember it. Yeah.
So but he hasn't got no S on it, so it's just Rob Walter.
It was a bit of a lose-lose for him, wasn't it? Because it's one of those games, if we lose it, we would be going, why the fuck are we losing that? But if we win it, we're going exactly like we're going now. Well, of course we should win that game because South Africans sent a whole lot of... I mean, they sent a guy called Motherfucker.
Motherfucker. And out of England as well, I think it was the Telegraph. Someone was told to put together the top 30 fast bowlers list ever.
Okay, and they contacted you via Telegraph?
No, from the Telegraph newspaper.
Ah, yes, familiar with that.
Christ, how old are you? Now.
Beep, 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 beep.
And where you reckon Sir Richard sits on the list?
For fastest bowlers.
Fast bowlers. Top 30.
Oh, hang
top
on.
30
So the top 30 fast bowlers.
Yes.
I thought this was done on how fast the bowlers were.
No.
Jeez, I was
like
stoned
just
and reading
best
this.
performance in terms of wickets, in terms of conditions, in terms of where they got their wickets. Because I only worked this out afterwards when I went through the list. I was like, what was the criteria? The criteria is number of wickets, your average, home and away.
We try and stay away from earnest sports chat on this show.
Yeah.
For the right reasons.
Yeah, we can.
Are we sure
is
he our best fast bowler?
Richard Hadley?
Yeah.
Without doubt.
Okay.
Without doubt.
So when we were throwing out accusations around a couple of years ago when we had Trenty, Southey, Henry, And we were talking about how this is the best
Bowling
bowling
attack.
attack that we've ever had.
Hundy P.
You don't think any of those got Trenty was probably the one.
I think
You don't think he even compares to what Paddles was doing?
Paul Paddles was on his own. But they do say...
Paddles was on his own.
But they do say in here that probably played into his advantage because he got the lion's share of the wickets because he was the best bowler.
Well, it's like the argument with Alan Shearer playing for Newcastle was that he scored a Premier League record amount of goals for a team that wasn't that good.
Yes.
So how does that really make him one of the best strikers of all time?
Sir Richard at the time, he was the first ever. He had the world record most wickets. He only played like 78 tests.
Okay, but anyway. To your question, 8th.
16th.
Oh, 16th will take.
So in front of him, this is people in front of him. Pat Cummins is in front of him at 11. Interesting. I would have thought. Sean Pollock.
Good.
Sean Pollock, the ringer.
Yeah.
At 8.
Hey.
Mitchell Johnson at 7. I think this is an Englishman who's still terrified of Mitchell Johnson. This is an English journo who's terrified of a guy with a handlebar moustache whipping it in at 140.
At the whacker.
Yeah. No, in England and just dealing to them.
Really? Because whenever I think of Sean Johnson, sorry, Mitchell Johnson. Not Sean Johnson, Mitchell Johnson. I think of the handlebar mo at the whacker, day 4-5, cracks are opening up. Yeah. And he's just slinging it down at the head.
Yeah, they were terrified of him. So that's people in front of him. So, I mean, look, this is obviously very subjective. This is one journo's opinion.
So he was at 7, okay.
And he's got Jasprit Bumrah at number 1.
Okay.
Purely because his average is pretty much the same in England as it is in India, as it is in Australia. In terms of, so he is a legendary bowler wherever. Because a lot of these players, especially in England, like the likes of Jimmy Anderson, get a heap of wickets. And in England, go to India, get carted. Go to Australia, get carted. But Jasprit Bumrah apparently.
But if that's the metric you're going with, I totally understand why he would be number 1.
Yeah. Well, but he did.
But you've got to make sure that you're using the same metric for all the bowlers that you're judging on said list.
I didn't understand the metrics till I got to Bumrah.
Yeah.
And I had to go through 30 and I was like, bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. And then I was like, well, at the end, you've told me why he's number 1. Could have gone through the list anyway.
Because Paddles away, for example, was he taking as many wickets as he was on the green seamers back here?
Yeah, because he pretty much anyone who got the wickets.
Yeah.
So he was getting the wickets all the time.
So Paddles has been stitched up.
I think so.
He'll be firing up right now from
he'd be angry.
lazy boy in Pegasus.
I think we need to
16th.
We need to get Wells
Yeah,
on.
has anyone checked in on Wells?
Need to get Wells to text him and say, hey, this in the top 30 is bullshit, mate.
We don't agree, mate.
We don't agree. Just
Thoughts and prayers.
Just so you know, you will always be number 1.
You mean more to us
in my
than
heart and my mind. That's what Wells needs to do. That. So I know he's probably having a couples massage with Philip Polkinghorne in Bali right now.
Yeah.
But just maybe park Phil for a sec, and just get on the phone and please, if you're listening, Jerry, just
reach out.
Just have a welfare check on Sir Richard, if you wouldn't mind. That would be
on behalf of the ACC as well, because quite often he gets a bit personal and he focuses on himself. Jerry.
Yeah. Just for once, can you think about someone else?
Okay.
And then just say hi to Philip.
Was there anyone else from NZ on that list?
Nah.
Just Paddles.
Yeah. Fuck no.
Oh yeah.
Nah, they didn't even. They mentioned. I think they gave Trent Bolt a cursory mention when they were talking about left armers.
Okay.
That was about it.
They just threw Trenty's name away.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's harsh. Where would have he been on your list, do you think, Trenty?
They were talking.
How far back would have we had to go? Would it have to be a 50-person list?
Yeah, I think so. They were talking about also the other criteria was all formats as well. And obviously Sir Rich never
list changes.
Yeah, he never got to play T20. Half of the players on that list didn't get to play T20 or indeed much ODIs, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Well, they mainly played test matches, whereas Jasprit Bumrah pretty much owns every format he plays in.
I think we should start having a bit more earnest discussion about this type of thing. I enjoy this. I like thinking about where players rank within other players.
I think Trenty would be in a top 40.
You think he'd make the top 40?
In terms of all format bowling, yeah.
All format bowling, I think he might.
Yeah.
I think he might make the top 30 then.
Well, no, that was all formats.
But they've gone with all formats.
Yes.
But you're saying, old mate Paddles.
Yeah. He didn't play much.
Okay.
He didn't play any T20s.
Right, but they've gone, he was so fucking
You
good.
listening to me?
Not really. I'm too busy over here thinking about...
Joe's like, I'm looking at Joe just for reassurance so I'm not going crazy.
Okay.
No, don't look at you.
Okay,
Should we move on?
Yeah, we should move on.
Okay,
I'm
well-
just trying to think about where Trenty would come. I feel like you snubbed him there.
Yeah, I don't know. If you look at the list, he would have been quite hard pushed. There's a couple in there from the 30s and 20s and 30s that are in there.
Oh, fuck off.
I know, but it's a very English look they're very English, look like Larwood and stuff like that from Bodyline, and there's a couple in there like, who the fuck's that? I know Larwood because he's in the Bodyline series.
Yeah.
I think if you're putting a list like this together, you have to have seen the person play.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't just go, I
heard about him.
I heard about that guy.
Yeah,
Heard
I agree.
stories.
Yeah, I also agree with that.
Yeah, that's some good common sense analysis coming from you, Joe Jury.
And just to clarify, all formats, that list?
We'll be back up soon. We've got rumours around some All Black changes. Righto, All Blacks, the last test match of their series against France is happening in the Tron this Saturday. You can join us at Roaming Giant. Still plenty of room. If you go on and try and book at Roaming Giant, don't worry, just roll on down. 2-for-1s, ultras,
You beauty.
pints and jugs.
Yeah,
That was the rumour.
I was listening back to the commentary. For some reason, we posted the full 80 minutes of the commentary. You thought fucking rugby replays were pointless. Wait till you hear a full audio replay of rugby.
I can't believe you put yourself through that.
Yeah, I don't know why I did. I don't tend to listen back to my stuff, mainly because I see what it does to Matty Heath. But I try not to listen back. But those Export Ultras, those 2-for-1s, were starting to horn us by about the 60th, 70th minute of that fixture. So hopefully we can stay well clear of that. But again, yeah, come down.
Yeah, come down. You can come down earlier on, see Jason Pine. He'll be there from midday.
Is Piney going to be there?
Piney's going to be there at the Roaming Giant from midday. We'll be there from about 4 onwards. So you're welcome to come down earlier, have a feed. And festivities for kick-off, well, obviously at 7 o'clock once the commentary starts. But see you down there at the Roaming Giant. Thanks to the Legends at Export Ultra.
Is Piney the hardest working man in New Zealand sports media?
Like he MC's like an absolute weapon as well. How many? You can't go to Wellington and go to a sports awards event without Piney getting up and MCing it.
I feel like we spent our entire weekend down there in Wellies with Piney, and I didn't really have a conversation with Piney once.
We were drinking most of the time, and he was working.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
he's good like that, isn't he, Piney?
he's a good man.
So what's he doing in Wellies? Is he doing his radio show?
He's live broadcasting not from Wellies, from
from
Roaming Giant. Yeah, from midday till 3. He's doing the show there. So
I'll let you know when I'm going to wake up today. By the way,
he's got some pints. He got free pints to give away. So
does he?
He's got the work credit card. You come see him, he'll buy you a pint.
So we've got 2-for-1, and Piney's got.
He's got the credit card.
Sorry, Piney.
It's true.
In advance.
Anyway, All Blacks. Here's the rumour mill coming out, Mashy.
Yep.
At the start of this series, Scott Robertson said, I'm looking to give everyone a run. Okay? That's what he said. They've got the series in the bag. So who's yet to have a run? Tyrell Lomax.
Sure.
George Bow Wow.
Sure.
Brody McAllister.
Yes.
So him playing at home in front of his Chiefs faithful. Luke Jacobson is yet to have a hoon. Noah Hotham.
Okay.
Anton Dobro. And Ruben the Love Muscle. So look out for all of those players to be included in the team naming today.
So Love Muscles is going to go.
So you got a whole front row.
So are they going to take Willie Jordan out? That's what I care about.
Well, rumour is that potentially Mackenzie will go into 10.
Yep.
And Bodie will probably have a rest.
Yeah.
I imagine.
And do you think they'll just take Hotham off the bench and replace Roy Gard with him as opposed to Sneakers?
Yeah. I reckon Sneakers might start.
Oh, nice.
And I reckon Hotham will come off the bench.
They'll just give Royds a game off.
Severed Peace is available again. Tupu Vai'i is HIA'd.
That's right. We were having dinner with Severis the other night, weren't we?
Yeah, well, opposite us, yeah.
Yeah, he was at Master Kong there.
Yeah.
In Wellies. Was he injured? I didn't realise that.
Yeah, he had HIA. Remember, he got knocked. He got knocked the F out.
Yeah.
So there'll be a few changes, and whether they come off the bench or not, I'd say that likes of Brody McAllister will come off the bench. Luke Jacobson may start, but then, does he go to 7 and Artie goes to 6, and then you still have,
I'm the guy
Big
to
Willie
talk
at
about
the
this.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you're not the guy to talk about it, but that is where it goes. Anyway. So by the time you listen to this, it will be named anyway. So whether Love goes to 15 and maybe Will Jordan goes to the wing. But maybe they give him a rest up that we made up a hamstring injury, didn't we? We completely made up a hamstring injury. He hasn't got one. But.
Do you reckon there was a conversation that those boys had about that incident that happened during the year where the Love Muscle decided to try and kneecap the fuck out of Willie Jordan after the ball went dead?
Oh, that's right. That's
fixture?
just a bit of...
Or do athletes not talk about that type of thing? Do they just go,
I reckon they would.
Mate, that's part of the game?
I reckon they talk about it at training.
Yeah.
I reckon someone else, some other smart ass like Hotham.
Ioane would have brought it up.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Bring it
Rico
up.
on the wing would have been.
Yeah.
Well, remember that time, Willie?
Yeah, but we kneecap you and I can take you out.
Grass cut the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Someone who definitely won't be playing against the All Blacks at Eden Park in that massive first game of that series on the 6th of September is South African number 8, Jasper Wiese, who's been banned for 4 matches after headbutting Italian prop Daniele Fischetti in their chest in the weekend. Is headbutting and biting just classic South African?
Yeah.
It's pretty much is it. They tend to love a bite and love a headbutt.
Yeah. Is the reason that the bite and the headbutt is so popular in sport because just a hand can't be thrown, and they know that the punishment for
But there's bigger punishments for biting and butting.
Yeah, it feels like it because
I think it's sexual.
Oh, you think it's howdy, partner? No, because a 4-week ban is the same of what you'd receive for. No, you'd receive bigger for a punch, wouldn't you?
Nah, I don't reckon.
You don't reckon?
Nah.
So at that point, you might as well throw a hand.
Yeah, I reckon headbutting is because there was a while there.
I haven't seen this, by the way. Did he actually headbutt, or was it a bit of a footballing situation where heads locked and then they went down like a sack of shit?
There's a different, a football headbutt and a rugby headbutt.
It's just two heads kind of.
Okay, it's the equivalent to
resting.
the equivalent to that is an open hand slap from a 45 kg female on a male. That's a football headbutt.
Yeah.
And a rugby headbutt is Paul Gallen throwing a bare-fisted knuckle at your nose. That's the difference.
Did you see in that Club World Cup final, one of the PSG players, it was the most footballing 5 minutes I've ever fucking seen in my life. It was one of the PSG players pulled the hair of a opposition player who was running through to on goal, and then he went and he barely got his kind of curled hair, pulled him back. He went down like a sack of shit. He then got red carded, and it was I was watching that 5 minutes and thinking about those rugby fans that are watching this game.
It's a tough watch.
Going, fuck me.
I know.
It's
funny how everyone finds the Achilles heel. I mean, the Achilles heel for football is massive pussies.
Yeah.
And they're over dramatic, rolling around on the ground, clutching the face when it doesn't even,
Yeah.
But I say that football fans then look at rugby and then look at all the stoppages.
Yeah, it's the stoppages I think that we
and look at all the faff
fans,
and go, why would you? Why would you?
Yeah. I reckon that is it.
Hey, so we'll give you more of an update tomorrow when we have an All Blacks preview with James McConey about all that coming up. But the golf is back. The Open played at Royal Portrush.
On at a good time as well if you want to watch it here on NZ.
Yeah, Royal Portrush, which is in Northern Ireland. So it's Rory McIlroy's home turf.
Oh, a little bit of fucking.
Yeah, and it looks cold. It's middle of summer there. It still looks freezing cold.
There'll be windbreakers on.
Yeah, out there at the Giants Causeway. I've been to Portrush. I hitchhiked around Ireland when I was 18.
Here we go.
And here we go. And we hitchhiked up through, and we had no idea, because back then it would have been 1997. And there was still inkling of the troubles. There was still a bit of, a little bit of angst between the Protestants and Catholics, whatever. And obviously Northern Ireland was still, and we didn't have a clue. We were like 18-year-old dickhead Kiwis.
That's not the type of thing you care about when you're 18,
yeah,
though.
Totally. And we caught a bus. We hitchhiked most of the way, and then we caught a bus up into Northern Ireland, not thinking anything of it. Stayed in Derry. They call it Derry in the south and Londonderry in Northern Ireland.
Right.
And went to a bar, had a couple of beers, and all these young dudes, and they're like, fuck you down here. And we're like, we're just hitchhiking around, and then they're like, you fuck. And I was like, yeah. It's like,
the Irish are great,
and he goes, what are you fucking up here for, you fucking maniac? And I was like, well, we just want to go, we're trying to do the whole loop around the thing. And he goes, want some crack? And we're like, yeah, where you go, what's that involved? He goes, yeah, come outside. And we go outside, and they started fucking throwing bottles at the police. So every night they go out and just throw bottles at the police, and the police come down with their big tanks and drive them off the street. And we're like,
shit.
We're like, what the fuck? We just went straight to our hostel, went out to the 4th level, and just looked out the window while these guys are just hiffing bottles. That's what they do. They throw at the Royal Ulster Constabulary, like when they've got these huge army vehicles.
Was that the same trip in which you were your food and dietary for the day was just a Mars bar and a banana in the morning?
Yeah,
and then you just run through for the rest of the day?
And then get to lunch and have a Guinness.
Have a Guinness, that was a meal.
That was pretty much it. Yeah, that was it. Anyway, we went to Portrush. Great town.
Yeah.
Good surf town, Portrush.
Surf town?
Yeah, so we stayed above the surf shop there. They gave us a couple of rooms up there, and they took us surfing.
No shit.
In the middle of winter.
How was it cold?
It was fuck me. In the North Sea.
Yeah.
So we had hoods on. So our face was like squishless, hoods on.
Yeah, I would have thought it'd be like this.
Booties. Like I couldn't even move my arms.
Nah.
I also can't surf.
Yeah.
So,
which I mean, it's impressive that you decided that was going to be the.
I'm surprised a shark didn't eat me because I just looked like a seal. I was pretty much completely covered in black rubber. I would have been delicious too.
Geelander's sea lion just fucking floundering around out in the middle of the ocean.
Marinated in Mars bar.
You would have been one of the easiest catches for a shark, I reckon, on that day.
Oh, I think I would have given myself to the shark that day.
You would have had to just forfeit.
Yeah. And then Giant's Causeway there, which is where they show the claret jug when they do the flyby, and it's sitting on the causeway. Right? Yeah. Anyway, we didn't play the golf course obviously because we were scumbag 18-year-olds. Hitchhiking around with no money.
I reckon one of the greatest dynamics is when you run into people over in the UK, and every time you travel somewhere that you feel like is exciting, but it's dark and gloomy, they just, why the fuck are you here? Out of all places,
you're here.
You could go anywhere. Yeah. And you're here.
Went to Belfast too. We spent a great couple of nights in Belfast.
Oh yeah,
that was a good time.
You have a bit of a jig.
Yeah, we went down to the student bar and got amongst it, and these girls started buying us like Guinnesses, and they'd drop a shot of whiskey into the bottom, a depth charger.
Right. What is that called? Is that called a?
I presume it's a depth charger.
Yeah.
And you have the whiskey at the bottom. By the time you get to the bottom, it's quite strong. Anyway, one of the group, there's 4 of us. One of the group was doing quite well with one of the other members of the other group.
Yeah, nice.
And
familiar with the dynamic.
And she said, "Oh, do you want to get out of here?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." And he went to the front door. It was a nightclub underground, and he went to the door to open the door, and the door was a bit sticky. I'm not sure what was wrong with it. and we could see it unfold. We were 10 meters away. We're like, "Oh, Dave was his name." We're like, "Good work, Dave." And he's trying to open the door, trying to be polite, and it suddenly gives way and cracks straight into the nose of this young girl, whose nose, I don't know any way to describe it, exploded. And there was blood everywhere. She's holding her face, there's blood coming through her hands, and we're like, holy shit. And all their friends come running over. She's bleeding. He's still holding the door. There's blood all over the floor.
No, that ain't it.
And he came back to the bar. We were like,
yeah. Fuck. It's a different night all of a sudden. That reminds me of, I have an opposite end of the spectrum night to that, where me and my ex-partner, we split up and we were cleaning out the flat at about 11 o'clock on a Friday night. I remember it well. And we were de-icing the freezer. We had to get everything out so we could... Is
that a euphemism?
We could get it. No, Trust me, I was trying to de-ice the freezer, but I actually had to de-ice the freezer.
Because often, like, when you break up, there is a moment where you go back in and you de-ice the freezer.
No, there was a bit of de-icing going on, but I was literally de-icing the freezer. Okay, right. And then she came and gave me a hand de-icing the freezer. Jeez, this does sound like a euphemism. She came and gave me a hand de-icing the freezer, and she split open her hand. And on the ice. This is no, don't look around like this is some kind of it genuinely isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. And we spent the night in A&E. So it's good to know that there's other sides of that story
that didn't end well.
So did he end up having to do anything? Because I spent the entire night in A&E with my ex-girlfriend.
The friends dealt with that because I only just met them, so it would have been weird to take it to A&E.
Yeah.
Anyway, met another group of people.
But he did it. I don't think it would be that weird. I think if I made a woman's nose bleed and implode, I would go, hey, can I do something to help here?
Well, the thing is, her friends didn't see it happen, so they presumed that he's just punched her in the face.
Oh my god! So they want her out.
So he's like,
out.
It was the door.
What's the door?
It was the door. And we were like, yeah, it was the door. It's like, he's not...
What's it, fuck?
It's like... Anyway, we carry on there, and one of the other guys picks up, and he left, and we didn't hear anything from for 24 hours. We're like, fuck, is Jimbo okay? Is Big Jimbo okay? The big North Canterbury Thunderhorse from Ring Europe. Is he okay? And he didn't turn up back to the accommodation, and we're like, oh, shit. And then eventually, tail between his legs, came back, and we're like, where the fuck have you been? And he goes, I was walking home with this girl, and all of a sudden, an army van pulled up, and army guys got out and said something to the girl in indecipherable Northern Irish accent, and they basically escorted them home because they were walking down Falls Road, which is the most dangerous street in Belfast, to get back to her house. They got escorted back, and Jimbo's totally confused about why these 2 armed officers behind him. Anyway, he does a full spud, doesn't shit the bed, but wakes up in this girl's bed and goes downstairs, and they're all having a full Irish breakfast. So he sits down and has breakfast with them. It's breakfast. She's there. Hey, mate, how are you? Fuck, how are you? Sit down and have a feed. He's like, good day.
I feel like I need to get to Ireland after hearing
Oh, my God. It is one of the great places to tour.
How long were you in Ireland for?
We were there over Easter for 10 days. So we got into
You did all that in 10 days?
We got into Dublin, got ruined in Dublin. We hitchhiked down to Galway, down through Cork, up through the Ring of Kerry and through Galway on the east coast. up to Portrush, over through Northern Ireland, down to Belfast, back to Dublin, home.
I got a couple of mates that are over there at the moment, and I was FaceTiming them, and they were saying that you think Queen Street on a Saturday night, you see some hairy characters. Wait till you're wandering through Dublin.
Yeah. It's a good time. And then Temple Bar around there in Dublin. But we were such fucking tight asses. We had packed a tent. So we were just going to, if we didn't get a lift on the hitchhiking, we were just going to pitch a tent and sleep in that.
Is that a euphemism?
In the paddock. But fuck, we were dumb. So there's 4 of us. We knew that 4 of us weren't going to get picked up hitchhiking, so we split into pairs.
Yeah.
And then we'd hitchhike. Stupidly, we had the poles, and the other 2 had the tent.
Heck, you did.
And so one of us got a lift. We got a lift. The other guys didn't. And they thought, fuck it, we'll just put a pitch tent in this fucking paddock and sleep here. And they had no poles. So they just got into this wet nylon.
Just a fucking sleeping bag, really.
Into the sleeping bag and just slept in this paddock. It was back in the day, no phones. It was just like, we'll meet you at this hostel. And we were in Kerry, and we were there for 2 days. And fucking the other guys hadn't shown up. Like, we were like, fuck these. And then sure enough, on the 3rd day, they roll in fucking livid. Like they'd had the time of their fucking lives just trying to get here.
Yeah.
We got picked up by farmers and vans. We in the back of a van with a sheep, which was interesting. Just locals go, why are you hitchhiking?
Problem solving was so much better pre-phones, wasn't it? Because you just had to make do. You just got it done.
Yeah, some dangerously fast drivers, dangerously stupid drivers, quite a few drunk drivers pick you up. It was good times. Anyway, the Open.
Sport.
We got completely distracted here. Our hunch this week, we're going Foxy top 10. Have to.
Makes sense, yeah.
He's paying $7. It's Foxy. We talked to him a couple of weeks ago, and it's rude not to. It kicks off 6 p.m. tonight, which is, like you're saying, good timing.
Great timing, yeah.
Great event to watch. The Open's going to be interesting because it's a links course. So you spray it off the tee, and your ball is Gomberger in that long grass. So that's going to make it interesting. But Scottie Scheffler, he's dropped lip a little bit, and he's talking about the hamster wheel of the PGA. It's funny because you can look, if you stand back, you understand it. Like professional athlete, you win this, and everyone goes, congratulations, and then you're straight into the next tournament.
Yeah.
However, most lay people will go, shut the fuck up, mate. You're flying around in a private jet. You've just made $200 million. You're fucking living in Jupiter, Florida. Life's okay. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, well, shall we ever listen to what he said? It's quite interesting. Here we go.
You know, I think I said something after the Byron this year about, like, it feels like you work your whole life to celebrate winning a tournament for, like, a few minutes. It only lasts a few minutes, that kind of euphoric feeling. And to win the Byron Nelson Championship at home, I literally worked my entire life to become good at golf, to have an opportunity to win that tournament. And you win it. You celebrate, get to hug my family, my sister's there. It's such an amazing moment. And then it's like, okay, now what are we going to eat for dinner? You know, life goes on. To get to live out your dreams is very special. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not out here to inspire the next generation of golfers. I'm not here to inspire somebody else to be the best player in the world, because what's the point? You know, this is not a fulfilling life. It's fulfilling from the sense of accomplishment, but it's not fulfilling from a sense of, like, the deepest, you know, places of your heart. You know, there's a lot of people that make it to what they thought was going to fulfill them in life, and then you get there and all of a sudden you get to number 1 in the world, and then they're like, what's the point? Jesus. So we really do. We work so hard for such little moments, and you know, I'm kind of a sicko. I love putting in the work. I love being able to practice. I love getting out to live out my dreams. But at the end of the day, sometimes I just don't understand the point, you know, because I don't know if I'm making any sense or not, but am I not? It's just one of those deals, you know. I love the challenge. I love being able to play this game for a living. It's one of the greatest joys of my life. But does it fill the deepest, you know, wants and desires of my heart? Absolutely not.
Wow, mate, do that. Fill out the desires of your heart in about 10 years' time when you got fucking $500 million in the bank.
There's a lot going on here. It's kind of depressing, actually. At first
I can see what he's thinking of, because from a professional athlete's point of view, it must get pretty tedious. Like rugby player, for example, you get up, you train, you do weights, you play rugby.
Yep.
Like that could get pretty tedious too.
But this is exactly why people always say that you've got to focus on the journey and not the outcome.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you get to a situation like Scheffler's got himself into, where, like he's saying, is his entire, you know, existence relies on a championship or a moment.
He needs better mates.
He does need better mates.
He needs better mates, because he was saying that he won that, you know, won the US Open or whatever. And did he win the US Open? What did he win? He won something else before that. And he said that the moment is gone in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are your mates? Where are your mates going, fuck this, Scotty. Let's go fucking bend out of shape. Let's go to the Rippers. Let's fucking party. Let's take your cup. Let's fucking fill it for the piss. Let's go.
Yeah, he needs a bit of that, doesn't he? And also, what is depressing is hearing him talk about his family, saying like after a championship, like you're saying, he wins all this money, and he goes, oh, but what are we going to have for dinner? Well, I don't know, mate. Treat your family to a fucking nice dinner. Go out.
What are we going to have for dinner? Get your chef to cook it.
Yeah, and enjoy it. Like, this is, you've done, he's obviously just one of the most successful athletes that's ever really walked the face of the earth at this point. But, man, it's kind of depressing.
But he did sound like he plays. He's a bit of a robot.
Yeah. Like, fuck.
But compare that to talking to Foxy a couple of weeks ago. He was like, mate, this is awesome. Like, I can plan the next 4 years of my life. I bought a place in Jupiter, Florida. Family settled down. It's amazing. It's awesome. Having a good time.
Because don't forget, if he didn't give that much of a shit, is he wouldn't play. So it's kind of like a bit of a...
He kept trying to say he loves it. I love the practice. I love the thing. Or so.
But you don't know, because that's what you're saying, is you don't love it. So, Scotty, have a think about where your priorities lie, mate. Get a couple of better mates.
Yeah.
Get on the piss after a win. If you're not loving the golf, don't play a tournament. And then just see where, what happens.
Surely, I mean, is he signed up to the PGA? Are they required to play a certain amount of games?
I don't know how it works. Are they on some kind of retainer in which they have to play tournaments?
They have to turn up to those elevated events.
Oh, okay. They have to go to the other. So I was thinking, because surely they got the choice of going, I'm not playing that, I'm not playing Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
I'm not playing the Canadian Open. I'm not, I'm just going to play the majors and a couple of others. But maybe they're forced to. I don't know.
However, being the best at a sport is something that I will never understand. So I can only imagine that once you get to a point where you're winning tournaments without even really trying at times, from the way that he's spoken about.
But he hasn't won, compared to like Tiger Woods, he's won fuck all.
Yeah. But now it makes a bit more sense, though, as you hear his attitude towards the game.
Tiger obviously let off steam elsewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Scotty needs to do that. Scotty, like,
You want to know where to go for dinner, mate? Fucking Hooters.
Yep, spray it around. Spray it around, Scotty.
Go find yourself a couple of waitresses that you can take home with you.
Spray it around, Scotty. Go on.
Is that the advice for Scotty?
Yep. Yeah, that's it. Want to solve your problem, Scotty? Spray it around.
Spray it around.
Righto.
Sounds familiar.
Let's go and take a quick break, and we'll be back with another half does. Yours, please.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Yeah, you recline back in that TAB hunch couch, mate.
Yeah, this is my favourite time of the episode. I get to
chuck it in two-parter to start.
G'day, gents. Greetings from Perth. Question, was it a sheer act of bastardry from Mitchell Starc to allow one run before taking the final wicket in the Test match against the West Indies today, just to ensure that New Zealand kept the lowest Test innings score? Thanks.
Yeah, it was.
I assume that came through before yesterday's episode, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. But yeah, it totally was.
It's a two-parter, though. He's coming back.
Oh, sorry. And again,
he might be apologising.
Apologies, gents. I've now just seen the replay. It was a misfield by Sam Constas. So, same question, just different person. Thanks.
Yep, we brought that up the other day. Sam Constance forever will be held at the bottom of our thoughts and prayers.
I also understand that Mitchell Starc was asked about this moment.
He rubbed it in.
And he said, look, we've got to keep the Kiwis where they are.
But he loved it how he had no idea of the record. All the batters did.
Yeah.
What's Constance? Fucking batter.
That's right.
So he's like, let that slip through. Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yours, please.
Hey, fellas.
G'day, mate.
Just saw that the Houston Rockets have partnered with a Turkish hair transplant clinic. Seems like quite a reach, but maybe they'd be willing to work with a New Zealand sports podcast. What do you reckon, G Lane?
I reckon you're onto a bloody good thing. Because what we could do...
Have they actually, by the way?
Yeah.
That's classic. Let's go.
You know what? If they're listening out there, or anyone associated with a Turkish transplant or teeth or whatever they do, let's literally get a Turkish hairlines together.
Yeah.
And we'll get on a Turkish Airlines plane and call it Turkish Airlines. And
with Turkish Airlines?
Yeah. And me, you, and 50 of our closest bald friends, and go over there and all get... I don't even need one, but I'll go over. I need a little bit in the bit where I had my surgery. So I'll go over and get hair transplants and new teeth.
Well, we could all just get the lines fixed up. Like we could be running one of those kind of lines that just sits right in the middle of the forehead. What does Lee Hart look like with hair?
You should see some photos when he's young. dashing.
Have we got some photos of Lee?
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
hair?
Yeah, it's quite something. Because he's actually not that bald. He's very.
I've heard rumours that he's bald by choice.
Yeah, well, he's got hair around the out. He's George Costanza.
Yeah,
he's
okay.
chosen to get rid of the lot, which is noble. And
Is
he's
that
stuck to it.
similar to the Freitag?
The George Costanza? Yeah.
Yeah, just the kind of.
Yeah. It's the Larry David.
Yeah.
But hey, look, we won't discriminate against our female listeners either. We can do a tits and teeth run too.
Yeah.
So hair transplant, Turkish hairlines, and tits and teeth hair.
Yep. That works, I think, quite well.
So if anyone's out there who's got any links into or knows anyone from there, maybe we should just touch base with the Houston Rockets.
Yep.
Maybe we can touch base when we go to Austin for the beer garden tour.
Actually, that's a
we
good
fly
idea.
into Houston.
If you could kind of set up a lunch with them, discuss Turkish Airlines with Turkish Airlines.
Does that mean that the Houston Rockets are all going to have running great rugs? If that's part of the deal.
Some kind of contra
that'd be great.
involved with the contract?
So every time a team plays the Houston Rockets, they've just got the fucking amazing hair. And everyone go, whoa.
How long does it take to execute a hair transplant? Is it
not long.
It a couple of weeks or no?
Yeah, I think it's a couple of weeks because you see all those people flying back to London on Turkish hairlines with their it's called and they've all got bandages around their heads.
Yeah.
So you got to wear the bandage for quite a while.
Okay, right. And that part's a bit humiliating, I suppose.
Yeah, but if you do it as a group, it's like a vasectomy. If you go as a group, it's not as.
We'll just take a stag do over or something.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and at the end of the stag do, you just all get your hair done.
Yeah. Imagine turning up to your wedding. You were bald when you got engaged. Turn up and your wife's like, ooh.
Frosted tips, just.
Oh, yeah. Justin Marshall frosted tips.
Anyway, next one. Yours, please.
Fellas, couple of questions. Who the fuck's Dave Gallagher? Can we rename that either one after the guy who was on the Greenpeace boat? I don't even know his name, so that's a dumb idea. And second question, when's these fucking Yours Please prizes and awards happening? G Lane got the fucking gene pool flowing, but he's not rewarding us. Love his fucking...
What in terms of the prizes for the best Yours Please? Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I'm going to leave that up to Lauren and Ella to do that. That's some admin that I don't really want to get involved in. But Dave,
that was great delegating from you there, G.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Dave Gallagher, he's one of the original All Blacks, and he died in World War I in France.
Off the top of your head?
Yeah. I knew that's why he's special. He was in the original All Blacks in 1905-06.
Oh, okay.
He did. He retired in 1906. Yeah. And he died in Passchendaele. That's right. So that's why they play for the Gallagher Shield.
Yeah, that makes sense.
France and All Blacks. So I think renaming it after the South American photographer who died in the Rainbow Warriors are a stretch. I mean, so I think it's going to be called the Dave Gallagher Shield for quite some time, I imagine. And it's actually pretty moving because when the All Blacks go to France, they always visit Dave Gallagher's grave over there in Passchendaele.
Which I can imagine is actually quite an emotional experience, yeah.
So I don't...
Like, that's funny. I don't know why that really tickled me.
But so I don't think it's going to change. But also, the Best Yours Please prize, just hit up Lauren and Ella. They will sort that out.
There was someone that came up to me when we were in Wellington suggesting that we change the trophy that you win in the French New Zealand Test to an exploded bow of a ship.
Oh, okay, right.
And they
just to rub it in to the French.
Well, they thought that we should play that for a trophy that was titled the Rainbow Warrior, and I thought, and I said that might just be a bit intense.
Yeah, the French won't really want to win that, will they?
No, well, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that, but they don't really win it
anyway
that often anyway. But
well, yeah, that's true. Well, I might as well play for a fucking cardboard cutout of Pepe Le Pew, the little pesty skunk.
I think what Dave did is
probably
good.
Yeah.
And I think
an original All Black who died in World War One.
I think we should stay with that.
It's Passchendaele. It's not. Is it in France, Passchendaele?
I don't
know. Is it in Belgium?
Does it?
Does it matter?
No, I wasn't going to ask that, G Lane. How fucking dare you? It does matter. That's our history, mate.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Where is the Belgian city of Ypres in West Flanders. Oh, it's kind of there or thereabouts.
Oh, Flanders Fields?
Yeah, kind of there or thereabouts anyway.
Is that where the poppies were?
Yep.
This is going to be triggering for everyone with the granddad.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yours, please. Another two-parter. Here you go.
Yeah, good day, gents. We're looking forward to getting to the Roaming Giant on the weekend, as a long-time listener and a part-time contributor.
Yes.
They say you don't always want to meet your idols because they tend to be a bit different in real life, but hopefully that's not the case. Looking forward to having a wet with G Lane. We hear Mashy's a bit of a virgin when it comes to going down the Tron, so
yes.
Well, we might take him out on a bit of a holiday program and take him to a few hot spots. Book Club, Hush Hush, House on Hood, we'll really immerse him and bring him back at a good hour, go to
the House on Hood.
G Lane, do you think Mashy can handle a night at the Tron?
No. I don't think I can.
As you know, it takes a lot of mana and courage.
Yep.
And, there's a lot of unseen work that goes on a night out on the Tron.
Yep.
Just wondering if he's up to it, and I hope he's got his emergency contact sorted. It's you can't run around with the mouth like that. Sometimes, Mashy in the Tron, you've got to keep to yourself. Just embrace yourself, boy. It's going to be a long ride.
Yeah, that's some fucking solid advice for you, man.
That's one of the best explanations of a night out I've ever heard. Saying that there's a lot of unseen work.
Yeah, that goes
into it.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of unrewarded work. Yeah, a lot of leg work that people don't see.
Yes, a lot of people going, that guy's annoying. He's going to get a punch in the back.
A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes to make a night like this happen.
Yeah. So, there's some pretty sage advice there around, you got to have mana and courage.
Yeah.
Especially the outfits he named, House on Hood.
Are they some of the better
Renowned
establishments?
gang hangout.
Right, okay. Well,
and then Hush Hush, obviously, so he's really naming the who's who of joints to go to. And look, you haven't had a night out in the Tron, have you?
I don't think I have. No.
Well, you're in for a real treat.
No, I've spent a little bit of time in the Tron, but every time I do, I'm there with people I don't like. Thank Herbie. So there was, I wasn't that keen to stay out. But this weekend we've got a good crew. McConey's going down.
Oh, yep.
Also, I think that this contributor here should also try and involve James McConey in the plans.
Yes, I don't think James McConey's from Te Awamutu. So there's a bit of a difference between people from Te Awamutu and people from the Tron.
And what is that difference?
Just general self-awareness.
Okay, is Te Awamutu a little bit more well off or not?
Yeah, a little bit horsey.
Yeah.
Got a lot of horse stuff going on there. The Rose City, they love their roses and shit.
They're of the equestrian set.
Yeah, pretty much. So, and a lot of people go live in Cambridge and commute and work in the Tron.
I can see why.
Yeah. So, listen, if you keep carrying with that attitude, that kind of attitude right there, Mashy, that you just had there.
Do you know what's bad about that? Is that was an accident.
Yeah, well, no.
It's natural to commit to just fucking hit drive-bys on Hamilton.
That's what's going to get you in trouble on Saturday night, okay?
So I'll watch my tongue.
Yep, because like that man said, there's a lot of work goes behind the scenes.
That quote.
Either for or against your well-being.
It's a lot of work that goes into these kind of nights.
Yep. So you just watch yourself, okay? Because you're going back to my Tūranga Waiwai, okay?
House on Hood, look forward to it.
The Tron. Yeah, don't forget. Just see you down there at Roaming Giant. We'll be there most of the afternoon and then commentating live from the Roaming Giant. If you haven't got tickets to the match, come on down. Next to the best things to being there, really. My son's going to the game.
Look, I'm going to go out on a limb, G Lane. The Roaming Giant's going to be better than being at the game.
Yeah, that's right, because you'll probably have to end up sitting next to my son and 50 of his mates. Their whole 2 rugby teams are going.
Yeah.
So they'll be so punishing. Oh, yeah, they'll be pepper grinding hard. As soon as they're on camera, they'll be pepper grinding hard.
Oh, whose son is that? Okay, let's wrap this shit.
Okay. Back. We've got 2 more.
We've got 2 more of these fucking... Yeah, let's go. Here we go.
G'day, boys.
G'day, mate.
From Mapes here.
Oh, good man.
Sitting at home, scrolling through some scorecards from the England-India Test series. Ben Stokes has scored 33 in England's second innings of each of the 3 tests in the series so far.
Wow.
What the fuck? We're inside the Matrix.
So, Andrew from Napes, obviously, that's definitely a lights out. Yours, please. So the lights are out.
Amazing.
TV's on in the background.
Post-bowl.
So he scored 33 in every innings, last 2 Test matches.
Every final innings of the last 3 Test matches.
Second innings, yeah.
He scored 33.
He scored 33. Is 33 the devil's number, or is that 66? That's 666.
That's 666.
What's 333? Is that heaven's number?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is 333 something?
33 means nothing.
Oh, no, I thought 333
Yeah, the
might
export
mean
33, which is that kind of...
Good drop.
Kind of the green low-carb one.
That is, yeah, what is that? Is that kind of a halfway house
of
low-carb beer?
Yeah, it's not quite ultra.
Bit more barky.
Yeah.
Yummy.
That's the 33. Is that because it's got 33% less carbs? Okay.
So is Ben Stokes a massive fan of the Export 33s?
I think so. I think that's what we're...
Great observation, though.
Great
observation.
Can I just ask, he's in the dark.
Is he?
Andrew Nate's in the dark going through scorecards.
Do we need to take him out, Andrew, from Nate's?
If someone knows Andrew from Nate's, just a welfare check,
Can someone buy him a beer?
Just pop in and say good day.
Yeah.
Next, last one.
G'day, fellas. I have to just tell you, boys, this never confuse Southland and Otago.
Yeah, no, that's on me.
Fuck, mate, we hate everyone down here. Like, we hate Otago, we hate Canterbury, especially Canterbury. 9-3 still gets a run down here. Because, not much has done much of the Stags since about 2009, to be honest with you. Looking forward to winning our one and only game this year. Anyway, antlers up. And just fuck Canterbury.
I love it's so funny how when you're like in the deep south, you're kind of quite isolated.
Yeah.
So the only way out is just to punch everyone.
Yep.
Just punch you. I hate everyone. I hate Otago. I hate Canterbury. Their hate doesn't even reach to the North Island, I don't reckon, because it doesn't even comprehend.
No one's got enough of it.
No, there's not enough in them to even hate Wellington or Auckland. It's just who's closest.
They can't. It's like when you're trying.
Do they hate the Stewart Island? Do they hate Stewart Island?
Yeah, when you're trying to put your Marmite on your toast and you can't spread it from one side all the way to the other, so you've just got to double up on the lower part of the bread, and I think that's what's happening there. Is essentially he doesn't have enough hate to spread right across New Zealand.
West Coast, do they hate the West Coast?
I don't know how they feel about the West Coast.
I think they get on with the West Coast. I think Southland and West Coast are kindred spirits.
A bit of sympathy there.
They're kindred spirits. They
kind of know what each other have to go through regularly. I feel like everyone's got a bit of sympathy for the West Coast. Don't you feel like that?
I love the West Coast.
Everyone's got a bit of I love the West Coast.
Party in the mouth. Even if you go there. They're great hospitality too.
People still living on the coast?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. It's actually a good lifestyle change. I know some people who've moved from Auckland and bought a palatial estate on the West Coast. Immediately moved back a year later. But they said it was good for that time. Because you take the Auckland exchange rate down there.
Because you got a Hoka ticket, don't you?
You got the Hoka. You got the Hokie, which is probably more touristy, the Hokie.
Yeah, it's quite quiet, isn't it? In terms of locals.
Yeah, and then you got Greymouth, and then you got Westport. So those are the three kind of...
And then the Bulla region is a region. Bulla is like a region, or is there a Bulla town as well?
I think there's a Bulla town as well. There's the Bulla Half Marathon, which is a hell of a half marathon through the bush and up mountains.
Take your layers.
Yeah.
Okay, well, sing out. If you're located down there on the coast and you listen to the ACC agenda, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, we haven't heard from many coasters, have we?
I don't think so.
Get on the yours, pleases, and let us know.
Do they have Wi-Fi over there? Joe's nodded, yep.
See, now this is what you're doing again, okay? You're getting smart, okay? And I don't appreciate that shit down there, okay? I'll bring you to the coast and you just fucking wait. I'll take you down there. You know what, even better? I will take you down there with Lee Hart. And then you'll know.
Can we do that thing? Did he hitchhike from Christchurch to Westport that time?
Yes, he did. He got a lift with a couple of young girls and he drank a whole box of Wackachangies in the back seat. Okay, he missed his flight.
Well, we don't have more time for that story.
No, we'll wrap that story out a bit later.
Okay.
That could be before the courts any stage anyway. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow for our All Blacks preview. Don't forget the Sportsbook is out this afternoon with myself, Carl, and Mashi. Let's see how he doesn't offend Carl and everyone from Wellington region either.
Love yous, fuck yous.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.